Alright, now we actually do have pretty much everything set up because got like a new display. Then of course decided it's a great idea to get a new GPU, and then had to pretty much take everything apart more than once to actually get the thing to work. So it has taken a while, and apparently everything works now. Then had to redo the stream template because of course now it's widescreen because the new screen is widescreen and so on. So it has taken a bit, and now we are apparently more or less viably back in the overall thing with this. So let's adjust a bit. So there we go. That looks even better. So welcome, and let's then see about cooking, like answer if there will be a Michelin star or anything when we consider like the inspector comes and we offer plenty of nice werewolf bow aroma. So kind of answer if it's exactly a winning combination, but certainly do think that it should be interesting to see like how the thing goes. It's also like you get a lot more head movement because the display is 32-inch and it's really well visible comparatively, so it's more or less a game changer in terms of how well can see in suit. Might still need to adjust the focus area a bit on the camera, like how far want to sit from the screen in each suit, but now do have the camera angle quite well because can actually look quite directly at the display and do get pretty good head position. So do think that there has been a considerable improvement as also adjusted the camera position a lot. So let's then see. There will be sauna time at some point, but for now will be let's do some cooking first. So hello there, Red Scale. Great to see you, and always appreciate you joining along and supporting the stream. So thank you again, and let's see how this goes this time. So at least we do have very high quality comparatively with the pretty much everything recently redone. So let's then move towards the game. We do have the new overlay all together for the game. We do have some new things like there is a nice kind of like thing if you do bits or other like support, you get the thing with the pins and it falls down maybe into the cup and stays there. So that was one of the widgets that were nicer looking, so introduced that, and otherwise we also redid the overlay for the widescreen, and we do now also have the subscription target that like try to reach 10 subscriptions by Christmas at least. We'll stream more, so that might not be totally unrealistic to get that many by Christmas time. So let's go for that, and of course welcome also Raven. It's great to see you here. Thank you for the greeting, and let's then continue with the game. So there we go as far as the new stream things go. So there are both the new kind of like tip jar, but it's a pachinko more or less, that you get the pins and everything. So, let's then... Oh, hello there, Jax. Great to see you. Let's greet you properly also on the main screen. There we go. Ah, welcome and thank you for joining. So, let's then actually continue the game. There we are, and you will also get much more shooter head motion because it's like now I actually have to move head considerably to see all of the screen because it's very modest 32-inch. Do you remember what cooking instructor used to say? Always preparing in advance is the key to success. With the new delivery you can start preparing for this evening's practice service. Alright. Max and I will act like regular customers, so make sure you've prepared some things in advance just like any other day. We have not done a normal day of service, so... Got tomato slices, so we need a tomato. Fruit and veg spread. So, let's take some tomato, there we go. Cut tomato slices. Let's go on a worktop. We of course also need a knife from somewhere. Alright, it's of course a good start to not remember how to get a knife. Because somehow it was possible to use the tools. Packaging, alright. Wooden chopping block. So is it like that you actually have to use the chopping block even if there are misleadingly knives on display here? So let's take our tomato back. I want my tomato back now. Mordrude is not happy that the tomato is left on the wrong. Alright, here we go. Chopping block. The overall simplicity of this game is somewhat limited, like how does one actually use the we did the tutorial clearly too long ago. Here we get like meat and we can renovate the restaurant there. the overall design has some limitations, like we can't currently read the receipts either. Here we can do the flavored thing, but we need ingredients for that. And here the issue is really that we can't introduce the tool directly. Here we in turn do have the do we have to change the overall recipe. Let's read the instructions. So fortunately we do even have instructions which are probably partially unclear as usual. These are only on the cooking range. These are also only about cooking itself. There are the regular worktops. It is kind of misleading that there are knives very temptingly shown in different places, but they are not actually functional. So we are just simply going to check some instructions online, so we are no longer stuck, which is always a good idea. one minor issue is that we get like tips on real use of a knife. Oh, hello there, Struggle. Let's greet you properly. We are very confused as the game isn't very clear after we did the tutorial much earlier and actually forgot how to use the knife. So let's greet you properly and then continue wondering about the secrets of how to use the knife. So welcome, and we have pretty much renewed quite a few things on the stream, including we have new GPU, so we are running, we are pushing like 4K at will, so that's also an improvement. Alright, let's wonder more about how to actually use the knife in the game. Indeed, a lot. We do have new 32-inch display, so the Fursuit can see everything, but the preparation is like, how do we use the knife? We try to use the chopping block, it tells we do not have any correct ingredients, and in turn like tomato slices. Let's try to take all the intended ingredients, so also the mozzarella. Now we do have all the ingredients. Does it work any better? Oh, nice. Pear tree. Do you think it's going to bear fruit? At least we apparently know how to prepare the fish, which is a surprise. This we know how to do, surprisingly. And now we do this with the then we need flour. So we can prepare that, but still do not know how to slice the tomatoes. Excellent start. But yeah, we are making nice progress. Core rauta. Nice. That's pretty good price for any fruit tree. There we go. And we have prepared the floured salt. Can we just like insert the tomatoes here? Apparently not. Can be kept in the refrigerator. So what refrigerator we can use to store the prepared ingredient. There would be, but that's also currently unavailable. Alright, now we need to somehow cut up the rest of the things. Let's see if this functions. Can we then make the French fries? Let's see. Interesting. Chopping board. Can we then use this? Yes. Alright, so we have to use that. That was not totally evident. Alright, chopping it good. Some chopping action, there we go. Alright, and now we can cut the mozzarella. Now that we learned the trick. Wow. Such much cutting very. There we go. Chop chop. Alright, now that we learned the trick, we can also do the tomato. Chop shallow and tomato slices. Let's get tomato. And we can put these back like. And we do not need any more potatoes. Apparently we are very happy to take more potat. There we go. Shallow and tomato. Finally, that learned the right station to do it again, so apologies for starting the game a little bit slow, like not orange cat, but requires a bit of relearning. There we go. Chop chop. And we have nice tomato slices available, and then it's shallow time. There we go, looking good. Alright, we learned the trick, so now this is going much better. It's good to remember what to actually do, it helps a lot. Let's store them in the refrigerator. We can apparently store only one of each. Cooked green beans on the cooking range. Alright, now it's time to actually, we made excess of those, but we can, oh well. Green beans. Cooked green beans, part of which recipe that is. There we go. So we need pot with water. Now it's full of water. Right, we need salt. Not enough salt, alright. Perfect. And now once we reach the end of the second cooking stage, we turn it off. We can place this on the warmer. Talk to your associate Kasim. Very well. We have done a lot of preparation and gotten less confused. Hello. You're doing great. We'll be able to have Max come over for the service. You can go in the kitchen. I'll welcome her and take her order. 1 day before the grand opening. You just started a service. Alright, now we mess everything up most probably. Customer orders are usually taken by your servers, but as this is only practice service, Kasim and Max will give you the orders directly. Once the tables have made their choice, their orders are shown at the top of your screen. To help you, the receipts for all the dishes on the menu are automatically pinned when the service begins. Don't forget, you can still use all the food you previously stored on the warmer and in the refrigerator. An order has arrived. Alright, so we need one sole menu and one of the thing with the tomato and mozzarella. A table left waiting too long will become impatient and you will lose points for the service. On the other hand, you earn extra points for serving a table quickly. With the second cooking range you installed, you can cook 2 foods at the same time. It's a good time to save time during the service. Okay. And now we need to make the salt menu. Green beans, and then we need the cup with the yellow liquid. Olive oil, butter. We already have and we need the fish and we need the flour. We have already done that, and the green beans are prepared. So fillet has been made, floured, green beans have been pre-cooked. So then we need the frying pan and put the fish from the fridge on the frying pan. Then we also need some butter. Alright, do we need any spices? Hopefully not. Butter is in. And then we cook. Looking good. As this is not apparently a food you turn over, it seems, as we have no control shown for that. Alright, we enter the second stage of cooking. Cooking with gas, one might say. Level of doneness. This icon indicates how the customer wants their meat cooked. You may need to cook the meat for a longer or shorter time to serve it as requested. We need to take it apparently once that measure is full, it seems. At least then. There we go. Time to go to the plating station, so we need the green beans from here. How do we get the green beans out? There we go. And then we do some plating. And then we need the next portion, which is the caprese and basil. We have the pre-sliced tomatoes, pre-sliced mozzarella. In addition, we need the let's take the pre-sliced tomatoes from the fridge. There we go. And then we need the basil, the balsamico and the sugar. Alright, now we have everything. We have not yet made the balsamic cream, so we need the saucepan. let's take this somewhere. There we go. And then we remember to stir. Once the need to stir meter increases. Alright, now our need to stir meter is not full, so and enter the second stage of cooking. Like use the medium heat rather than overdoing it. Alright, let's do another stir. There we go. And now do you think we should be capable of going into the full cooking efficiency? There we go. We have chopped. There we go. And some sauce. Alright, and plating time. We are not terribly fast, but this is quite fun. Serve dish. And then we need to make the steak with shallow. So we need the chopped French fries, potato, cooked French fries. So we get to use the deep fryer. Do think we needed to turn this on so that the oil gets hot. Oh, hello there, Tika. Let's greet you properly once we have deep fried the French fries. We just need the oil hot. Now the oil is hot, so we can put the French fries into the deep fryer, and there they are bubbling nicely in the oil. There we go, take them. And then we greet Tiga properly. How long we have been streaming for about an hour. It will be sauna time at some point, but let's of course greet Tiga properly. Hello there, good to have also you on the stream. Great to see you, and of course always happy to get back to streaming, so we should be doing this much more in the near future, so it's great to have you all here. We should be even doing possibly more tonight. We'll see. Do think the overall improvements in CPU and the display have also helped, and of course the new IS camera gives like really good image. And thank you for joining, Tiga. There we go. And then we need to prepare we made the French fries, we need to make the beef steak, so we need the meat from the meat fridge, so there we go. Let's cut some meat. And then we need to make it on the frying pan. We would also probably need some salt and pepper, so what does our chef sense say? Salt and pepper a lot, so let's put a couple of dashes of both. Not enough salt, more salt. Perfect. It's even. Let's flip it. There we go. It's not perfect. It will not be perfect. Oh well. And now it's done. How done did they want it? Do not see the indicator, so let's just take it. And now we plate it. We could have put the French fries in the warmer. That's our design from last time. Looks nice with the constructed pile of French fries. Serve it. Good service. Alright, we leveled up. Your customers had a nice time. Keep it up. We made a few mistakes, but this game is actually, it takes work because it's like Michelin star level or whatever. It takes some work. You're ready for the big time. Thanks for the invitation. Good luck with. We waited too long before being served. That got 20/20 and also that, so we got some thumbs up. Fair enough. Thanks for the meal. It was simple food, but it really hit the spot. You'll have the clients lining up around the block for sure. If we would remember to keep our french fries warm, it would be even better. For practice service it went really well. It gives me a lot of confidence for the grand opening. At least we made the foods mostly correctly once we found what to do with the overall the thing. Now that our guest has gone, it's time to clean up the kitchen. It's the evening ritual. I still have a couple of things to take care of before we open, so I leave you to it. Well, tomorrow is the big day. I'll meet you here at noon. Get some rest in the meantime. Good night. So, do we still need to do something? Can we take these for like washing? That takes a while to clean. Alright. Let's clean things up, indeed. We still have to think we still had some. Yep. There we go. Cleaning ongoing. Cleaning. There we go. Then we have these. Cleaning. Did we still have something to clean? Doesn't look like it. It seems it starts to be time to pause here for now, so as we'll be doing sauna next, so we'll be finishing here for now, and we will do another game. We did good 1 hour, a bit more, and we did not drop almost any frames, which is also good considering that the internet in this part of the woods has not been very good lately. So we shall do more tonight with a different game and finish for now. So thank you for joining, be well, and see you later tonight, now that A, most things work, and B, the internet works, which is even nicer at decent overall. So thank you all for joining, and See you later. Be well.